everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Chronicles of an Immigrant podcast. And it is your girl Mo, obviously. And if you don't know me, I'm Mo. If you know me, I'm still Mo. Yeah. Do you know me?
Yep, you're Mo.
Hi, so how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
That's a problem.
Yeah, so how's your weekend? What's going on today?
So today it's been lazy so far. We've just been sat at home pretty much all day. Um, and then to be honest, this is first time we went out at all today.
It's not, sometimes a lazy day in is just what the doctor ordered. Right now, I can queue right now to be in my bed watching Netflix at the moment.
Yeah.
I can queue for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we decided to all morning until after lunch we're just gonna stay in, not do anything
Fair enough.
until the actual moment where right, we need to start getting ready.
Is that why you chose the time that you chose? Like I was like, well, when I gave you the time, so I'm like, 3:30, because you had so
Yeah.
many other options.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because I think there was a 12:30 time slot. And
Yeah.
I thought, it's a bit too early for me. I'd like to, because Saturdays, during the week, I don't have a line during the week. I wake up really early because I have to go to work. Saturdays, that's when I will have a lie-in.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, that Friday night, chances are I'll be staying up late. Also, usually, that's the only time where I can play PlayStation. So, Friday night will be my PlayStation time.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning, I'll be sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And then have a late breakfast or early lunch or brunch.
I should call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just chill for a couple hours.
That's
And
fair.
then when I saw the half, I think is it half two?
Yeah, like no, 2. What's 2? 2 o'clock.
And I thought,
Mm.
maybe there's a later one. I'll do it later.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm just meeting you today for the first time.
Mhm.
It's really nice to meet you, and I want to know about you. So I'm going to ask you to tell me 2 truths and
Okay.
1 lie, and I'm going to have to guess the one that is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to get to know you.
Okay. So I used to be a Japanese chef.
Okay.
I've um I've, I've jumped off the Burj Khalifa.
Okay.
And I almost drowned in the Red Sea in Egypt.
I think number 2 is a lie. Yeah. Yeah.
That was too easy. I feel like when I said it, that was too easy.
Because it took you a while to say that, and it was easier for you to say the first one and the second one.
Yeah. I thought when I said it, yeah, it's too easy. Straight away.
You could have just said you had a dog.
Hmm?
Do you have a dog? Do you have a pet? You have a dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not that. Do you have a cat?
No.
So that's a lie. You could have said that instead. That would have been easier for me to get. Okay, so do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah. So my name's Homer.
Yeah.
I'm originally from the Philippines. I moved from Philippines to England when I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I've pretty much lived there in England pretty much most of my life now because I'm 32 years old. And I feel like I've very much probably I still see myself as Filipino, but because I've lived in England more compared to living in the Philippines, I feel like if I go to the Philippines now, I'll be completely foreign there.
Yeah.
Like fair enough, I can understand everyone, I can understand the language, so it's not like someone can sell me behind my back. But if I go to the Philippines now, I feel like I'll just get lost.
Fair enough. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you remember, like, what age did you come to the UK? Well, you said
10.
10. So can you remember, like, your earliest memory when you came to the UK?
Earliest memory when I came to the UK, so going to Blackpool.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think we came to England around August time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a week after we came here, they did the Blackpool illumination.
No.
So basically, it's where they turn on the Blackpool lights.
Oh.
So it's like if in Blackpool, it's a long street.
Yeah.
Where it'll just be like full of lights and decorations, but it's very bright.
Yeah, and okay, so when you as a 10-year-old, when you came and you saw all that, were you like, oh, I'm so glad I'm in the UK now? Did you have that? Can you remember having that kind of feeling?
Not well, yes and no.
Okay.
Because in the UK, to be honest, in when we came to the UK,
Yeah.
when they said, "Oh, you're going to the UK," they actually don't say you're going to the UK. They
Yeah.
say, "Oh, you're going to London."
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
yes.
you're going to London. It's like,
Yeah, I get it.
so I thought, and then I find out, oh, this isn't London. This is Bolton. And then I said, this is nowhere near London. And then also in the Philippines as well, when they said, oh, you're going abroad,
Yeah.
even though they say England or London, people will still think, oh, are you going to America?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't think this is just the Philippines that it happens to, because even as a Nigerian as well, when you say, oh, and if I'm coming to the United Kingdom, and then I say I'm going to, people say I'm going to London. They don't
Yeah.
say, they don't even, people don't realize that there was a place called Manchester.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't know about Manchester until I came to Manchester.
Exactly.
Because when my mom told us that she was going, because it was my mom who came to the UK first.
Okay.
She was here for a year before she managed to take me, my two sisters, and my dad to come join her in the UK.
Okay. And what did she come for?
She's a nurse at NHS.
Okay.
So basically, when they told us that she was going to move abroad, so obviously we were, to be honest, I didn't really know what was happening at the time. And then when everyone was saying, "Oh, your mom's gonna take you abroad now," so your mom's gonna take you to live with her in London. I said, so in my head, I just thought London.
Now you found yourself in Bolton.
Yeah, I found myself in Bolton.
What about your friends from school? Like, did you feel like as a 10-year-old? I don't know if you can remember those memories when you were 10.
Yeah, so to be honest, when friends in school, I try to keep in touch with them as much as I can. But because 20 years ago, like 2002, we didn't have Facebook. There was no, like, our phones were still like those small Nokia ones were. I think I tried to keep in touch with them as much as I can, but we just lost touch. And so I have a couple on Facebook now.
Yeah.
But again, it's just like Facebook friends where you don't really talk.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
And then I think one thing that was good as well here is that when I moved to the neighborhood that I moved in, I was like the new best thing in the neighborhood. So everyone wanted to meet me. Everyone was like being just real friendly to me. And also when I went to school as well, everyone was just really intrigued because I was the only Filipino in school at the time. And to my school, I think in 2002, like, England wasn't very diverse at the time.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So basically, it's like me being there was like, I wouldn't say a complete like shock to them, but they were very intrigued about me.
Like, well, who is this? Yeah. But when you moved to Bolton, was it a strong Filipino community in Bolton, or it was just?
No, not really, because at the time as well. So it was actually my mum. She was part of the first batches of nurses who came from the Philippines.
Okay.
So when we moved, there was only like maybe a few dozen Filipinos, but they were all still trying to. They're also trying to kind of adapt to England as well. So they're all still trying to find their own way as well. So they do. There's a community, but at the same time, it wasn't established yet.
Yeah, fair enough. So, like, watching your mom, can you remember, like, as a young kid? Obviously, as a kid, you're young. Watching your mom, like, try to figure out the migration journey, because at that time when there was no community, not even like now there's a community everywhere. It's UK is very diverse at the moment. So watching your mom trying to figure things out from a kid's perspective, how did that feel, or what did you observe?
to be honest, it's gonna sound really bad, but I didn't really know what was happening at the time. Because I was 10. I think a lot of times my mom and my dad they kind of like shielded us from
Mm.
stuff. So
Mm.
like if they were feeling pressure, if they were feeling stress, like they didn't really show it. Because they know it was like big change for us as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if we were, because they were working pretty much all the time when we were younger.
Okay.
When there were times where they'd be both off work, so we'll have family time, they won't show that they're stressed or worried about something. So sometimes you can tell, because obviously
Yeah.
they're only human. That if they are stressed, that sometimes they can't always hide it. But I feel like they try their hard not to show it.
And then you had your two sisters. Are you like what number are you? Are you the first, second, or third?
I'm the middle child.
You're the middle one.
Yeah, so I'm the middle child and the only boy.
Fair enough. And you get a lot of pressures from your sisters, do you? Are they very nice to you?
I'd say, well, when we were younger, I think when we were younger, it's because I was really close to my. Well, I'm really close with the two of them now, anyway. But when we were younger, I was really close with my younger sister and my older sister. She was. I wouldn't say we was always bicker, but I feel like we didn't get along that as well younger. But like, I think that's just like natural for being like that age, like from like 10 to like late teens. You don't really get on with your siblings.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's some of my siblings that I feel like if we were not siblings, maybe we won't be even friends now. They shouldn't hear this though. I don't want them to hear this. But do you speak the language?
Yeah.
What's the language?
Tagalog.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
So
Tagalog.
That's the main language, but in Philippines, there's many different dialects there as well.
Okay, which dialect do you speak?
So I mainly speak Tagalog.
Okay.
I can understand there's a dialect called Bisaya.
Okay.
So that's the dialect from where my province was.
Okay.
So I can't speak it, but I can understand it. There's so many different dialects. There's one called Chabacano. So that's like it's very similar to Spanish.
Okay.
But it's like very old-fashioned Spanish. So if they go to Spain now, they probably wouldn't understand like what was like. They could probably try to have a conversation with someone from Spain now, and they wouldn't be able to understand. But it's very similar to Spain. Yeah.
Can you tell me, like, I want to learn one or two things while we're on the podcast. I hope I can remember it after though.
Okay.
So can you like teach me? My name is Mo in Tagalog.
Pangalan ko.
God help me.
So pa. Yeah. Pa. Nga.
Ra.
Nga.
Oh God. Pa.
Nga.
Pa. Ra.
Nga. Lan.
Pa. Ra. Is it?
Pa. Nga. Lan.
Pa. Na. Oh God. This is my Nigerian accent very okay. Pa.
Nga.
I'm hearing na. La. Is it?
It's nga. So it's like NGA.
Anyway, let's keep that part.
Nga. Lan. LAN.
Pa. Did she get it? No.
Yeah.
You didn't get it?
Ko.
I didn't get it. Pa.
Pangalan.
Pa. La. Anyways, I will say anyhow.
Pangalan ko is Mo.
Okay, what did you say now?
My name is Mo.
Okay, what did you say say again in Tagalog?
Pangalan ko Mo.
Panalan ko Mo. Anyways, you see, language is not my my strongest suit. It was trying to learn English language. It took me a long time to get it.
See, what's unique about the Filipino language as well?
Yeah.
Is in whole of Asia, it's the only country that uses the ABC, the alphabet.
Ah, interesting. The AB. Oh, so which other one do you think? If like I didn't get my name is Mo, do you think is maybe hello? Maybe I'll get that one. Hello might be nicer. Might be easier for me. Like hello. Is hello? If it's just
now I think because I don't think there's actually a Filipino word for hello.
Oh, so hello is hello.
Yeah, hello is hello. Maybe just say kamusta.
Kamusta.
Yeah, that's just like how are you?
How are you? Okay,
Yeah.
Kamusta. I can remember that. That the other one. My name is Mo. I don't think I can
Yeah,
get.
just
I
stick
think
to
it's going to take me like 30 minutes to figure it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What did you say? Kamusta.
Kamusta.
Kamusta. How are
Kamusta ka.
Kamustaka?
Yeah.
And then you reply. If I say how are you, then how do you reply? Kamustaka.
Mabuti.
Mabuti. That Mabuti sounds like my last name. My last name is Mebude.
Well, it should be easy for you. Should be easy for you to remember that then.
But can you remember when you remember your childhood memories in the Philippines? Can you?
I can still remember little bits.
Mm,
Because sometimes I'll have conversations with my younger sister.
yeah.
Or sometimes me and my younger sister will tell I'll have conversation with my older sister about memories that we had in the Philippines. Or sometimes we'll tell
Yeah.
my younger sister like something that we remember in the Philippines.
Yeah. Well, can you looking back now, can you imagine your life if your mom didn't make that big decision to move to the
It'll be completely different.
what are you doing now and what do you think you'll be doing there?
Chances are, to be honest, I'm not sure. Because with my family, so my dad's side is very business minded, while my mom's side, my granddad from my mom's side, he was in the army, Filipino army as well, and my cousins because of that. So my three cousins from my mom's side, one's in the army, one's in the Air Force, one's in the Coast Guard. Because of my granddad. So maybe something related to that, or if not, maybe like something to do in business as well.
Well, what are you doing now?
So I'm a secured loan underwriter.
Secured loan, what does that mean?
It's basically a homeowner's loan. So if you try to remortgage because you want to, for example, you want to release equity from your house because you want to do some home improvements. So you remortgage to do that. Sometimes your bank might say, "Oh, you don't qualify for it just yet because you need to wait a couple more years."
Okay.
Those people will go to my company, and they said, "I need to take out a homeowner's loan." And that's what we'll do. So the rates is going to be higher compared to the mainstream bank. Okay. But the process is quicker. And then by the time they're ready to remortgage again, they can just consolidate everything into that.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that existed.
It pays the bills.
Fair enough. So if you didn't move, maybe you'll be in the Air Force now, in the Navy, or
probably not the Air Force because I am afraid of heights.
Okay.
I think the Navy would have been probably a better solution for me.
But do you know that your environment has a way of deciding what you're afraid of? Your life experiences, your environment has a way of defining your fears. You might be in the Philippines and not be afraid of heights.
Funny you said that because I remember when I was in the Philippines, because in our school, it used to be like the building that I was in when I think I was in so I would have been in grade 3, so I was around 9 at the time, and it was like a 3-story building. I used to remember like myself and my friends with do you know the handrails? We'll sit on it and slide down it going down.
There you go.
But I don't know what's like. I was happy to do that, but there was like because I remember when we went to Blackpool and there was a Blackpool Tower. I was 10. There was like a year later when I went to England and I was 10. I was frightened to go up to the top, to go to the very top.
But maybe that's because you've not seen that before. Like you're in a new country, there's a Blackpool Tower, like
maybe, but I can't do roller coasters either.
Fair enough.
To be honest, I've been on a couple roller coasters, but I've had to really like hype myself up.
Yeah. My last roller coaster ride was when I was 16, 17, 18. We went to, where did we go to? America, somewhere in America. Yeah. I think it was Maryland. Yeah. And there's this pop-up that comes up. It's called Six Flags. And there's this ride called the Superman ride. At that time, they said it was about 3 in the world. And I told myself at that time that the moment I do this ride, that's the end. I've done the best ride in the world. I am done. This ride, I don't know if you know about speaking in tongues, but I was speaking in tongues. My brother that was a Muslim was saying Jesus on the ride.
Wow.
That's when you realize that when the world is ending, you know how people will react.
Yeah.
You see? That's just it. That's it. Well, anyway, so what is your looking at your life experience now? For people that are young immigrants that just come into the country with their parents, it's not people don't talk about it from a child's perspective, but it's not always easy on kids. You might not remember, but the journey is different. Different things happen to different children.
Yeah.
Like, what will you be? Well, if a kid is listening to this episode, maybe just stumbled it while playing on YouTube, like, what will you say to encourage that child?
I would say one is to lean on your family. I'll probably say just make sure you keep your family core as solid as possible. Because when you go out, it's like when you go out, your family's always going to be behind you anyway. So whatever happens, just make sure that you're always close with your family.
Yeah.
And then when you go out, so just have an open mind. If someone asks you to play football and you've never played football before, try it. Because when I came, I didn't know what football was.
Interesting.
They just asked me, "Do you want to play football with us?" And I thought, okay. When they asked me, "Do I want to play football?" I thought it was American football. So when the ball was rolling towards me, I grabbed it and started running.
That's cultural differences. Yeah.
But I just say, just stay close with your family. But if you see something that's quite new, just be open-minded about it. Don't close yourself off, because that's the worst thing that you can do. It's like if you go to a different country and see that their culture is different to you, it doesn't mean that culture is wrong. Just keep an open mind about it. Just see if it's something that you might not agree with, then that's fine. You're entitled to your personal opinions anyway. But
just be open-minded.
Yeah, just don't be closed off.
I like that. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the episode very quickly now. And then I would like to ask you that what is, like, we do a segment where, like, what is your dream? Like, what is your dream? But she's going to pour the wine and then, we're going to do that. What is your dream? You want to?
I think my dream would be.
There you go. It's non-alcoholic, just in case you're wondering.
No. My dream would be I want to be able to be stable, have a family with my fiance.
Okay.
But I want to be able to work. I get to a place where things pretty much quite almost with everyone where I don't have to worry financially. And also I'm very family oriented to myself as well, where I could help my parents settle down and where they don't have to worry about anything themselves.
Yeah.
And also help with my siblings where they don't have to worry about anything. And so basically I just want to be able to take care of everyone.
Fair enough. My dreams are valid. Is your mom now, is she a British your mom now coming here? Were you able to, like, do you have, like, your British passport? Are you a British?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did that before we went to uni. Because when it was quite rushed as well, so we lived in England, we got, like, the permanent right to reside, and then there's no rush for us to get British citizenship. And then when me and my older sister we were about to go to uni, we realized, the tuition would be a lot higher
if you were a permanent resident.
Yeah, if it would be so, because we'll be classed as international students compared to if you had a British passport. So we did it just I think the year before we went to uni. So
did you have to? Okay, so you didn't have to wait. Did you have to wait, or, like, when you found out that, like, when you found that out? Maybe you found that out in 2016. And you're supposed to start uni in 2018. Like, did you have to wait? Did you have a gap year before you had to?
No. So at the time because we literally did it. We did it when I was still in college.
Oh, okay.
So literally, just in time to go to uni.
Fair enough. That's nice.
Yeah, so the
Same.
timing was perfect.
That's fair enough. And your parents as well, do they have their British passport as
Yeah,
well?
we all have British passports now. We've all like
Hmm.
got naturalized.
That's good.
But again, I still see myself as being Filipino. I still see my roots as in the Philippines. So when
Mm.
someone asks me where, it's like,
Where are you from?
well, to be honest, when someone asks me where you're from, I try to be a little bit cheeky with it. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm from Bolton. It's like, what? It's like, no, look, where are you really from? What? In Farnworth from Bolton. It's like, why? What do you actually want to know? So, but yeah, yeah. So even though I've got a British passport, I've lived in England my whole life.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've probably still, if I go to the Philippines, I'll be completely foreign there.
Yeah.
I still view myself as a Filipino as well.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Philippines is still a big part of my life.
100%.
Obviously, my partner's from Philippines. I was from Philippines, and
But don't you feel like in the UK, in the United Kingdom, I said we are wrapping up this episode, but now I'm asking more questions. In the United Kingdom, you feel like I'm not some people don't fully recognize me as British. When I go to the Philippines, they don't fully recognize me as Filipino. Well, I just feel like I'm stuck in the middle.
actually no. So in England,
Yeah.
I feel like when I say I'm British, they say, "Oh, yeah, you're British."
Okay.
In Philippines, they said, "Aren't you?" It's like, "Oh, you're British already. You're not Filipino anymore." It's like,
Fair enough.
It's like just because I've got a passport doesn't mean I'm not Filipino. I was still born here. It's like I've still got family, so it's like in my heart I am still one. What's one thing that I always struggle is with though? Do you know when, like for example in college or like at work, when they ask you to sign anonymous forms?
Yeah.
And they ask for your background. So there's white, British, African, Caribbean, Asian, and
Yeah.
they said oh, it's anonymous.
Mm.
And I said I can't fill it in, I can't sign it. So I said, why not? Well, there's nothing here for me. I said, well, why don't you just put yourself as other or other Asian? Yeah, but if I put other or other Asian, you'll know straight away it's me.
Mm.
And then if I put Filipino as well, then straight away you'll know it's me. So I can't really be honest with this anonymous form.
Because I know a lot of people. It's true. People say it's anonymous, but is it really? No.
No, because a lot of times, to be honest, I've had it at work where they've asked me to look up these anonymous forms and this check the handwriting, see who you can match that with.
Okay, fair enough. But that's why anonymous forms now are going digital.
Yeah.
So you can't find people on that. But why do you even have to ask people for which race is it? Why is it? Why is that so needed?
I don't. Yeah, but because again, it's just I keep saying I can't. When you ask for my ethnicity,
yeah,
and if I put other, straight away you'll know it's me. Because you always say like white British, British Caribbean,
yeah,
Asian, like Chinese Asian,
Black,
Indian Asian,
yeah,
like Black African, Black
yeah,
British,
Black Caribbean,
Black Caribbean.
yeah.
Other. There's nothing there for like someone who might, for example, for like someone from Thailand will probably have the exact same problem because they won't say Asian Thailand, they say Asian Chinese or any other Asian background.
But let me just come to the rescue on this. They can't put everybody on the form, but the best is just don't ask.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of times they don't ask me to to fill in anonymous forms anymore.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast. We really do appreciate it.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I'm sure this is not our last interactions. We'll definitely meet up again because we try to stay friends with people that come to our podcast. It's not just about coming and talking. It's about building relationships with people after coming that community. So if you have a friend that wants to come on our podcast, please invite them.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, again, and hope you met. Omar is originally from the Philippines, but has been in the UK for like 22 years now. Did I get it correctly? 22. Yeah, 22 very, years. Very perfect. That's a long time. It's been here. So yeah, that's the story of our lives. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next
See you
episode.
soon.
Bye.